A lot of rain around here and still at a threat level 1?
Still at threat 1. We are looking at the line of thunderstorms. It's crossing I-65 at this point. There are tornadic storm potentials out of that, and we'll look at that coming up. Let's talk about your election day first. And as we do that, mid-50s, whatever storms are left are leaving the east, so the bulk of your election day ends up being fine. Close to 60 at lunchtime on our way to a high. Mid-60s, it'll be a windy day as well. That wind following the cold front that's doing this as we go to the MaxTrack Live Doppler. Actually, first, our threat index is a 1. Through about 3 a.m., we're looking at the squall line coming through. The greatest threat is going to be the southern half of the area. Roughly Highway 150 is kind of your northern guide on this, plus or minus a little bit. Damaging wind gusts, the primary severe weather threat, but a brief spin-up tornado certainly cannot be ruled out. It's not a 0 chance, but it is low. The greatest threat does come from the strong winds into the high moderate range. Large hail, don't worry about it. Lightning, not so much. Low moderate for the heavy rain potential. Now, we have seen some pretty good downpours already, and there is a flood watch up for a good chunk of the area. So the MaxTrack Live Doppler, there's a line running from near Maysville through Cynthiana back to Georgetown and Frankfort, northern part of Fayette County, and continues back to where the tornadic storm potential resides down to the south. This is all just moderate to heavy rain from Mount Olivet to Cynthiana, Georgetown, Sadieville, back up to Stamping Ground. You folks in Midway and Versailles getting it, northern Fayette County, back into the western part of the county as well. Most of Woodford, almost all of Anderson County got a pretty good deluge going. And you get down from Bardstown to the south, and that's where we do run into a little bit more trouble. That's a tornado warning up in Hart County, so it's still a few counties away from us, and it should weaken some as it approaches, but still, we're looking at that threat for damaging thunderstorm wind gusts as a possibility. Tornado watches run from Middle Tennessee down to Louisiana. What's interesting with this, we do have the broad area of watches. There are no severe thunderstorm watches, or warnings rather, but we have 3 tornado warnings. Again, interesting way that developed. We've been watching this squall line marching across Middle Tennessee, western Kentucky, and again you see the one warning that is in Kentucky at this point. So that's the motion of those storms. Your flood watch runs until 7 a.m. It's Lexington, surrounding counties, and then anywhere down to the south and southwest. We have seen some pretty good downpours. 2/3 of an inch of rain if you're keeping score at home. That already puts us well over the wettest autumn we have seen in Lexington, September, October, November, and obviously we've got the rest of November to go. You see the heavy rain back toward Louisville and Bowling Green as well. Lesser amounts southeast Kentucky, where still the greatest threat for the severe weather resides because the air hasn't been worked over yet. We still have some instability down here, and so that's one of the reasons why we're keeping that threat mostly across the south. But we could pick up an inch of rain or more pretty easily. Bottom line, stay weather aware for the next few hours. Election day will get better as it goes on, but ironically a windy day for Election day. And we are transitioning to a late fall weather regime as we look toward the latter part of the 8-day. Warm front bisecting the area now. To the south of it is where your tornadic or severe risk does reside. To the north of it, that's where the heavy rain is. As we continue into the hours after midnight, warm front does bubble a little further to the north. Showers and thunderstorms likely, and again, strong severe storms remain possible. By 4 a.m., that's now getting through eastern Kentucky, getting pulled away. So by the time you're getting your election day going, most of us just clouds. By the time we get you into the afternoon, we lift those to the north. It's going to be a windy day. Then we wait for the next cold front to arrive. That one brings clouds, a small rain chance, and a whole lot chillier air. Right now we're sitting middle upper 50s north of the warm front, mid 60s to the south. That again, severe weather threat, heavy rain threat. By the way, 59 at the Bluegrass Airport, we've picked up 2/3 of an inch of rain. It has gotten breezier out there. And don't forget the Storm Tracker app, available at Google Play and the App Store. You get all your watches and warnings. In addition to that, you have the MaxTrack Doppler available to you. Thunderstorms with that squall line. It's a windy night. Mid-50s, threat index remains at a 1. Well, you're getting better weather tomorrow afternoon after some early clouds and a small rain chance. Mid-60s tomorrow. Then it's mid-50s on Wednesday. Another small shower chance. Thursday is dry and chilly. More rain Friday. Cold this weekend. Colder next week.